wanting to help, like, because I'm not necessarily picking up from her I am picking up this weird, like, pseudo.
Like, make yourself better for my sake.
Yeah, that's like, I don't think she genuinely has any real honest hate for people who are overweight or obese. But if she really genuinely wants to help, she's just got it back. Yeah, simple as that.
She contradicts herself like in every way possible.
Really?
Because that video, in my opinion, 6 minutes to say all about and that many like personal experiences was just to be mean, it seems like.
Yeah.
And there's no way that video is going to help, in my opinion. Just because the way she contradicts, she could have done a video in 3 minutes with a third of the examples, third of the speech, and showed both sides of it, and then showed positive influences on it.
I like that idea too, because I made the point earlier that there is a distinct point about halfway through where everyone stops even being remotely entertained, because I think you're right.
It's just why is it
going on for so long? I think you make a point.
I think that's a good point, because she has positive aspects of the video, but the whole general way she's gone about it, it turns everybody out. Well, maybe not everybody, but the general consensus would be, what the hell? Because you know, there's fat people, and there's people who are morbidly obese, who do need some kind of help to be healthy.
Hereditary or otherwise.
Yeah, hereditary or
obese
otherwise,
people
they need some kind of help to move to a healthier type of lifestyle.
But if they're not going to listen to their doctors and their families and their friends, what makes her think
Right.
they're going to listen to
And
her
that's the other
who is
issue.
so negative and condescending about it?
Yeah.
And if she truly wanted to do both sides, she'd get fat and lose the weight and find out what it's like. Honestly,
I like
Actually,
it.
there was
No
a
one
guy
said
who
that in
did
the comments.
There's
right?
There's a bodybuilder.
There's a TV show, Fit to Fat to Fit, where they gain
Yeah, I think that's
They're
40 to
personal-
60 pounds and then lose it with the overweight people.
They're
And
personal
they find
trainers.
out
And
how difficult
wow.
it
they
is.
throw their healthy lifestyle away.
What channel is that?
It's A&E. It's on A&E.
And you can find it on demand.
Seen that.
It is amazing.
Because I haven't seen that, but I've seen like there was a bodybuilder who was like a professional bodybuilder, super ripped, super cut, had a whole bunch of exercise training programs, who went and gained like 60 to 80 pounds. Had videos of the progress of him like eating fast food and junk and everything to gain all the weight, and then him working it off. And it took him, I think, like a year and a half to work everything he gained in a year. Especially for the effort that he put in to lose like the weight that you've seen people who post stuff online like my weight loss and everything, the journey that I've been through, and a lot of it is like really awesome, but some people maybe don't have the same motivation, or don't feel the need to, or feel like they can't.
And if you've never done it, you'll never understand.
It's true. It's true. It's definitely a very personal struggle. What were you going to say?
I was going to say that, I definitely don't agree with anything she's saying, but I think her presentation was entertaining to me. Like, if she had just kind of sat there and said it in a monotone voice, spoken slowly, and not done all like the animating and editing, I would have gotten bored and stopped the video.
It's true.
But because she's just such this extreme, just so animated and so out there, even though I disagreed with every single last thing she was saying, just the presentation entertained me.
Yeah, that's almost like a, trying to find a good phrase for it, but it's like a, what is it? Like pick poison? No, that's not the right word, but like the idea that it's so morbidly curious. Like, it keeps you going because of the way in which she edits it so quick and so fast. You don't really have time to process what she's saying. You're just kind of like effective, then effective, and it keeps going.
It's like watching a train and turn away because it's boom, boom, boom.
So her editing, you're right in that sense. Like, it's actually pretty well edited. Like, it evokes, and I guess that's what really strikes me, is that how could she not have seen the way she edited is meant to evoke the kind of emotion I think that it evokes. So and by the way, the aftermath of this, as you can tell from the fact that she cut off comments, cut off likes, she ended up getting on The View with Whoopi Goldberg and the cast, and they railed into her. It was very funny. But you can tell in that video, she's just so oblivious. She's incredibly oblivious to the, see, I don't buy it. I don't buy that she's oblivious because she clearly knows how to make a video. She knows how to evoke an emotion. And you mean to tell me she is not any way self-aware of what she does?
Yeah. Like she 100% knew what she was doing, and either wanted to see what reaction got out of people, whether she would have people rallying with her. But I don't think she was expecting so much of the hate and stuff that went against her. Because a lot of there's a lot of communities who sort of fat shame and stuff, and you see all the health blogs and you see all the stuff like that, and people are like, well, why don't you why don't you get off your ass and blah 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 and all this stuff, and I think that's not the target audience that she was going for, but it's pretty well.
Well, those are ignorant people. Like people who make those comments are ignorant to either one, first of all, they never lived it, and then either two, they don't have anyone to sympathize with. They don't have anyone close to them who's been through that struggle, who knows it, who can speak life into them and let them know, like, this is actually how it is.
But I feel like the people who already you shouldn't try and force them to do something that they either don't want themselves or just don't feel a need for.
Well, he had a question, I'll answer to that, but I saw your hand back there, man. What you got?
From a personal experience, I was July last year. I was about 157, and I started to walk, kind of get myself better shape. Within about a month and a half, I dropped down to about 140, and I slowly kind of came back, but I didn't go back to 150 range. I'm still staying around the 140, 145 range.
Yeah.
Plus, I cut back. I went cold turkey on drinking cold drinks, which is not easy.
No, it's not. I know exactly what you're talking about, man. Trying to drop those soft drinks, that's not a joke. That's not a joke.
I eased back. I still quit the cold drinks, but I went drinking like sweet tea or.
We're Southerners, what can we say? Like, that's part of our DNA, man.
That's and it's sweet. You can't get rid of it. I got rid of the carbonation of the cold drink. I switched that around. Drinks like Perrier or some sparkling water. Kind of get the carbonation.
Yeah, that's me. For me, carbonation is actually, it's just the enjoyment of the pop and the fizz and whatever it really is. No, yeah, that's the main thing. But seriously, great job. I've been trying to lose weight, and honestly, you hear from any doctor, they're just like, start walking. Just start filling your time, using your time a little wisely, walk around a bit more, don't sit so much. And then if you cut things out, it adds to it overall.
Slow process,
But yeah, I think that people are ignorant to, people who make those comments are ignorant to speak to what you're saying, the process it takes to lose weight, to even begin how that works, and then fight the battle of plateauing, like where you get to you lose 10, you're like, I can't, you've been 2 months trying to lose weight and you just can't seem to do it. Like those people don't understand. I think a lot of people are, through nature or nurture, they're born in a way that some people can just meet problems head on. Some people can just take them out. They're like, oh, I'm $10,000 in debt. Guess I gotta take 3 jobs. And then they do it and they're out of debt in a year. That's those people. Incredible stories and incredible people. But you cannot just say to somebody, that's what you gotta do. You just gotta get 3 jobs. You gotta make it happen. Because not everybody can make it happen. Not everybody was either, like I said, because I don't know really well, nurtured or natured that way, to where they have the actual genuine ability to do something like that.
And
so,
energy too. Then the energy to work 3 jobs.
Yeah, I'm about to say, actually legitimate energy, your actual health, to do something like that. So, I get the whole posters and things that say, hi there.
It's like 11:30, so we're going to have to start switching soon.
Oh, I thought I ended at 12.
Yeah.
Oh, well, setup starts at 11:30, I think.
Is that what it says on the screen?
I'll double check.
Okay, yeah, sure. But oh man, I lost my train of thought. Yeah, people are different. That's the thing. People are very different. We're all different creatures, and some people, I know what I'm saying. The whole thing of the idea, and this is like so anti-anime, like when I say this, and that's, so I fear getting hit at here, but the concept and the idea of believe in yourself bothers me a little bit, just a little bit. Now, I'm not trying to say the mantra's bad, because there is such a thing as, you know, picking yourself up and, you know, pulling yourself up by your bootstraps and getting it done. When you know your own, the energy, the life force that's inside you. But telling that to somebody who can't, which there are a lot of people who don't believe in themselves, and telling them just to believe in themselves and figure it out, for me it feels like talking to people who don't believe in that, it's almost borderline insulting in a way to tell them just believe in yourself, make it happen, when they want nothing more than to believe in themselves. They want nothing more in their life than to just believe in themselves and make it happen. And I don't think Nicole Arbor gets that. She doesn't get that in the slightest.
I think that's where the other side of that comes in too. You're also talking about a support system around people, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And that's not America.
People, I mean, her doing that is not supporting anybody in getting healthy to lose weight.
No.
I mean, it's exactly what she says doesn't exist. She's fat shaming people.
It's saying that you need to,
right.
by yourself,
Right.
make that
You're
happen.
killing yourself and you need to do this. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Okay. Well, I guess that is. I guess we are only going until 11:30. I don't know the schedule. I had another video that was about like copyright and the drama about copyright that's been going on and videos just being taken down by the thousands for like tiny things.
Yep.
I could go out and fight it, but I don't want to be that guy. I know they told me too that there is such thing as 30 minutes for setup, but
No, they have blocks where it says.
yeah, so they have blocks that say so.
Yeah, it says the setup starts at noon, the next channel is
You can go
12:30.
there, dude. She's gonna go schedule shaming.
Go ahead and start that video, and then you can at least have it partly going, and
Yeah, I'll
somebody sounds like is fighting for you.
Or, hey Caleb,
Yeah.
you can at least maybe pass out those little in between,
is this your
just in case.
Yes.
Oh yeah, hi, that's me.
Your face looks really upset.
I know where we're staying. She's like, no, please don't get up. This is set up.
And pass these around. Just take one and pass it. But
This is set up.
I think enough times if you go over, all they're gonna do is be mad.
Yeah, so.
Feel free to take a few extras if you want to pass some to your friends on those flyers.
You're Justin! Hey! That's what she said. Oh, I love you.
Hello, everyone. We are very excited to bring you.
Sorry, everybody. This is I don't know if y'all heard of this one either. Maybe you have or hadn't.
Yeah.
And this is the Fine Brothers. They do the React channels. Kids react, elders react, teens react, things like that. This is a big drama as of recent, and it's called the. I'll let you hear it because honestly, I want to see what y'all think without any commentary. Because when I came to this and heard about it, I already had people commenting on it and putting a narrative behind it. So I'm wondering what y'all think. This is a copyright video. This is about trademarking and copyright and the Fine Brothers trying to expand. And I want to see what y'all think about it.
It's a little loud.
Yeah.
Sorry.
An announcement today. It's a really big announcement today. Our company has grown so much over the years, and we are so grateful to have experienced this with all of you who've been with us for years.
And it works the same for movies, TV shows, videos like this. You see settings or a concept, and it works. Or in my case with books, right? You read and they're set in a specific genre world, and you're like, I would love to go play in that pool. Per se, you know?
Yeah.
But you can't, you know, and take some of the older stuff, you know, take Tolkien. Who wouldn't love to go back and do side adventures of other characters in that world, or just read about those? But you can't touch it because of the copyright issues. I mean, they're letting loose with some of theirs slowly but surely, and as time passes, we eventually can go play in that. But on the upfront condition, you can't touch it. You can't do anything there.
I like
You
that
know,
idea.
and Star Trek's actually facing a legal issue right now with that because they had the fan-made film come out,
Yeah, I heard about that.
and they're being sued by Star Trek right now. And the courts are saying the real question comes down to what actually is Star Trek. Is it the universe? Or is it the characters? An issue for Star Trek is they've let it go into so many different areas now that they're really having to fight hard to protect their interests. Whereas when Disney bought Star Wars, they came out and they said, everything that came before we own this isn't canon unless we say it's canon. So I think their idea is good. They'll be able to capitalize and maintain some control of what is their production value, while at the same time allowing other people to do something similar.
Okay. Yeah.
And I would say it's very hard to identify what originality is, because I mean, every experience that you have, everything that you see, everything you smell, taste, touch, affects your perception of your reality. And from being a teacher, I know from sharing literature with my students and things like that, when they create their stories, even if they don't mean to, they pull things that they've heard or they read because that's their reality. So it's so hard to lock into something and say, you know, this is our version and you can't do anything else with it when that version came from somewhere else as well. Because, I mean, if you think about TV now, I'm old enough to see all these things come back and I'm like, I've seen that show before. I've seen that movie before. I've heard that song before. And when people are suing each other over lyrics and all those things, it's like, but really, you know, where'd you get that from? You know, so it's very hard to identify that.
I like that thought. Any other thoughts about it?
See, I feel like everything that someone thinks and does and says is your point of view on something that you have experienced. And that's for everything, whether it's something you saw on TV, read in a book, listen on the radio, experienced in nature, riding on it, watching people on the street. Everything has come from something else. Very rarely do we come across an original thought, because of everything that we've experienced is based on something that we've seen. So I don't feel like it's right to capitalize on someone's perception of something else. I don't like it. Like, yeah, it's really awesome that they're trying to get like a huge community and everything. But what about the people they don't live in? What about the people that just tiny little small YouTubers who have 500 subscribers that make a react video on something they watch and then get immediately taken down because that's the react.
I think both of y'all are onto the negative side of it. And just as a feel for the room here, for people who think this is perfectly fine, just raise your hand real quick. Like, that really isn't, like, it's whatever.
What question?
Yeah.
Who has the rights to the video? So basically, it blows up. Like, say I got as big as like Lord of the Rings. Who has the rights to it?
I'm about to get to that in just a second. About the whole issue. So, do you think it's fine? Or are you?
Oh, I have a comment on my thoughts.
Okay, Mom. Okay, no. I'm interested to hear. We don't ever talk about this.
I think from a marketing and from a business standpoint, it's a brilliant preemptive act on their part, because, you know, they're going to have a hard time defending. What they're doing it to me is twofold. They are piggybacking and using everybody else's videos and reaction to go on their site. So all of a sudden, it's not just what they do, it's what you guys do. And the preemptive part is, okay, we'll let you do it on ours because that might prevent you from stealing our thunder.
To add on to what you're saying as well, to continue the narrative of the story or what happened.
They're nipping it in the bud.
People looked into this further, and they trademarked the word react. And while that doesn't seem initially too alarming, trademarking the word react, what you have to also look at YouTube as a whole. How many videos? How big? It's huge, first of all. Is the reaction economy on YouTube? Like, how many people make reaction videos and make a lot of money off of it? A lot of people. How many people have like millions of subscribers doing reactions? You could really pull it even further into gaming when you play video games and you film yourself and you're reacting to that. That's a part of a reaction. Let's Plays.
PewDiePie has react videos and stuff. And he's one, if not the biggest, one of the biggest and well-known like YouTubers
Yeah.
And it's definitely by far the biggest in the gaming community.
And they trademarked the word kids react. They trademarked elders react. They trademarked teens react to. They trademarked all of these names. So no longer, and this is what the scary part was, because no one raised their hands, and whether nervous or not, people seem like a little apprehensive about that. There is the possibility that Fine Brothers could go to your video and take it down strictly because you use the word react in your title. Something so common, a very common word like react, is now monetizable, and you could be sued by them for just using something as simple as the word react. And not only that, they also said you can't use images, which I get, but you can't even use the format. And they went into detail later that if you were to cut the videos, has everyone seen a Fine Brothers React video? Kids react? Okay, well, it's pretty like a kid react. They're sitting at a computer, and they have an angle of them, and they have a screen on the side that shows the video being played. You can't even copy that. You can't copy that at all. You can't chop it in the way, because they're claiming that their videos creatively are now proprietary. You can't do anything similar to it. And derivatives, like, it's all going to be pulled. So the fact, I think people's issue with it is that first of all, the reaction videos are so big. It's a huge market, and they weren't the first to do it. They were not the first to do it. That they're going to have to be pulling channels down wholesale, entirely, because of the far-reaching consequences of their trademarks, of their proprietary, what they were saying was their material. And so on the surface, it seems like, and this is another similar to the fat shaming video, we're halfway through, you're like, okay, I get it. And then they start going into the whole legal thing of like, we're licensing out our product, and we'll give you all these packages, and we'll start you off no upfront fees, and all of a sudden it's like, we're getting a little business with this. This is a little uncomfortable for just somebody like me. And if you actually see in the video these comments, I don't know if I'm going to get to it, but what they said, people have been requesting we're worldwide, what in the world? Worldwide, we love your channels and we gladly participate in it, and all these people asking for a worldwide react, but they're not talking about they want to make it themselves.
Yeah.
They want to actually have a legit react, them doing it in their.
They want the Fine Brothers to come to
They want the Fine Brothers to
and
come.
gather up some of their race and make a react video.
Yeah, they're not saying you come and do it.
I think they've done a Japan video and a China video, and
Then they hire people out.
Yeah.
So it's a way to like make money real quick, which is what you were saying, Mom, is in like trying to take, in a way, it almost feels like taking credit for y'all's work. It's almost like they're, like you said, they're trying to nip it in the butt. They're like, oh my gosh, reactions is getting really big. It's already really big, but it's really huge, and we're leading the charge. We have 13 million subscribers. We're leading the charge. Let's get everybody involved and have them be a part of us.
They have more than just like the Fine Brothers.
Oh no, yeah,
they have the
huge.
They're like
They trademarked all of those.
Yeah.
They trademarked every single thing they've ever done, and it's all these very broad titles and topics that they trademarked. And as you can imagine, the fallout was huge. Like it was massive. They lost I think 1.5 million subscribers over the span of a week. Which really, the funny part is while for up and coming YouTubers that would just be an absolute killer of your channel.
And for them it was
You're done. For them it was like drop in the bucket and then nothing. And they got a lot of those back after the whole thing died down. But yeah, I mean, I like what you said. The idea of like licensing out something like the Lord of the Rings.
Right.
Like as cool as that would be, that's so awesome. But they would hand select. They'd find people. You would send an application like, I want to do this,
And that's
then
one of the issues you run into with. I mean, it's the issue for Wizards of the Coast versus Paizo when they licensed out 3.5 edition, and Paizo did really well with it, and Wizards decided to move forward to a new edition, and their new edition stuck, and Paizo said, no, we're going to stay with this and just fix the problems in it. And now you literally have two separate companies basically doing the same.
5e, 3.5.
Well, now we're at 5e and
Yeah.
3.75 from Paizo.
Oh, okay.
But
yeah.
fourth edition was the split, right?
Mhm.
WotC created fourth edition, and Paizo, and they told Paizo, no, we're not licensing you anymore because Paizo was being too. And the belief is because Paizo was being too successful with what they were doing versus the product.
Yeah, and I think I think that's going off what you're saying too about the idea you mentioned, like everything's original, it's your opinions, and the fact that I think that's what made this so personal for everybody. That's what made this reaction, them trying to trademark React and trying to make it a big deal, made people really angry, is because reactions are so personal. They are so you. So the fact that you have to be under somebody for your opinions is very strange. Like it doesn't resonate well. It just was like, wait a minute, this is my reactions, my things, and also why is it the Fine Brothers' opinions now? Why am I under them? And this was another interesting thing. They found out that the monetization break, this is a whole other ball of wax on it. When it comes to making money, it's like, oh, we'll promote you. That's what they said in the video. Like, we'll share you on our channels. We'll push you forward, and through our places. But there's no guarantee, first of all, that you're going to do as well. And even if they push you. And then secondly, the monetization break was 45%. They get 45% of the revenue you make from it, and you get 55. It was an incredibly really harsh break in the money, because I know for my channel, please don't be uncomfortable when I talk about my YouTube finances and whatnot. It's a 30, 75, or I'm terrible.
70. Lord. Oh my God.
Yeah. I'm like, okay, what number am I leaving out? And that's, albeit that's competitive, like that's a pretty high price. There's been other MCNs who've come up and said, we'll give you 15, or we'll only take 15, we'll only take 20, Then you're just having to choose who's your best, who's going to monetize, who's going to promote you. You're having to be a little bit more.
It's going to make your channel bigger instead of just letting you have a bigger cut. Because
Yeah.
you might get a bigger cut.
Yeah, a bigger cut of $10 and a smaller cut of 100. The 100's still going to be much larger than 10. So then that came out, and it was just like, it really felt. And then they released, and we won't get to it, but they released like a video trying to better explain themselves. And this guy near the end of the video, he says something where he's like, and if you don't want to be a part of this, then what's wrong with you? The video that came out after that was borderline kind of like, why are you getting so defensive? But then they released a video later where they're trying to explain, like, no, we didn't mean that. Here, this is. And this guy on the left, you can go and look it up. He's like rolling his eyes the whole time. He is not even buying. He's like really smug about it. It's unbelievable, to be honest, how he's acting like everyone is stupid for not getting this. But it was huge. They took down the video. This is a re-upload, as you can tell. They took it down. They removed anything about React World. They removed their website. They got rid of the trademarks. They completely wholesale on everything. It doesn't exist anymore. So it pretty much ended as quickly as it started. But it was a whirlwind of the YouTube community really showing their true colors about what they think YouTube is as a whole, as a place to express yourself freely, not have to worry about trademarks and copyrights. And I think that, I'm not necessarily saying that licensing, stuff like this can't exist, but the way in which they went about it and the far-reaching manner in which they went about it is not going to sit well with creative people who work on YouTube, because it's far too reaching. But I've been told, I got another information that I should wrap it up, and I don't want to anger them anymore, but we actually made it. See, we're 11:55. We've actually done pretty well. This gives us good time for 5 more minutes if anyone wants to come up and talk to me or anything, or just have anything. I'll be here till 12. So, but those who have things to do, because there's a lot of great schedules. I think, what's coming up in this room after this?
NBA League qualifying something.
That sounds pretty tight.
It's animated music videos.
Oh, okay. Well, just doing a normal panel courtesy thing, I'm gonna plug them. They're probably pretty awesome, so if you want to stay around and watch them, that's what will be after that. But thank y'all very much for coming. I really appreciate it.
Don't say anything else.
Oh yeah, sure.